Coach Pete is back with us from Capital Financial. Welcome back. We are so glad to have you. We love all of your advice that you give us when you're here.
Well, it's always fun.
Yes, so today we're kind of starting a series here. We're talking about some of the most common financial blind spots that you've seen in your very long history in finance. So first, let's start with, what would you say is a financial blind spot? What does that mean?
It's something that is there, but you don't see it. Like you see the buses a lot of times have the special mirrors and stuff so they can see around the corners, or like a lot of tractor-trailer trucks, we're riding down the road, we don't realize the tractor-trailer truck can't see us. And so we need to make sure we understand that, because if he doesn't see us, he might squish us.
Yes.
And same thing in the financial world. If we don't see something or we don't make the right decisions, it could squish our financial situation.
And
so
we don't want that.
Spots. And we've identified 7 big ones, and we've made a box set, and it has a DVD workbook guidebook in there, and I'm going to offer that here at the end of the segment. But we're going to talk about, I guess, 2 of them today, right?
Yes, we're going to talk about the first 2. So the first 2, and you're going to help us correct them too, which is very helpful, guys. So the first one is people don't write down their goals.
Yeah. Well, that's important too, because if you don't have any goals, you're probably not going to accomplish them. You got
That is important.
Aim for, and I always say aim high. So aim for something you think is way out of reach, and then make some realistic goals. So we call that a stretch goal.
Okay.
My main goal is I want to retire comfortably. With stretch goal, I'd like to retire comfortably and be on a yacht.
Yes.
Or have my own Gulfstream plane.
Or the $1 million mansions at Disney.
Or actually have a Monopoly game.
Yes.
It was the old Monopoly game. Play Monopoly all through retirement if you want. With real money.
With real money.
Whatever your goal is. Everyone has different goals. But see, if you write them down, they can become reality. You have something to aim for.
Okay.
If you go to target practice, there's no target, you're not going to hit the target.
That makes sense for life and for our money, of course.
Yes.
The second blind spot, you say people don't take the time to write out a budget. I'm going to tell you who's guilty of that, and it's this girl. I don't have a budget written out. So what should we be doing when we take a look at our budgets?
Well, this is tough, because this is you telling yourself you can't do certain things. That's what a budget is.
Okay.
It's being told.
I don't like that.
You can't do that. And so the good thing about a budget, if you write a budget out and you start fulfilling that budget year after year or month after month, maybe you have a cheat month or a cheat week or whatever.
Okay.
So because you reward yourself because you've done everything you were supposed to do. But if you don't write it down, it might not happen. But you have to do this, because you have to know how much money you have coming in versus how much money is going out.
Right.
And this gets very tough in retirement, because we're on a fixed budgets many times, where we basically know what our income's going to be all the way through our life now, because we're in retirement. If you're working, you can always go try to get a better job or go ask for a raise. Be careful how you do that. You might get fired. You go from asking for a raise to not having any money, so be very careful how you approach asking for a raise. But there's different things here. So I'm sure you said it's tough to do a budget, because it's us being honest with ourselves totally. Some people do an after the month budget. So you get all the receipts and you write down what you spent, and then you see what you made. But that's after the fact.
Yeah, it's a little late.
Yeah, it's hit and miss that time. So we need to really do it. It's no fun. When I help people do a budget, I like to build in a couple $100 a month if possible for fun money.
Okay, that's nice. All right.
If you're not having any fun at all, you're not going to keep doing it. Like the diet that's very restrictive. How long?
You have to have a cheat day.
You got to have a cheat day. You got to have some fun. But every single day in the week shouldn't be a cheat day.
All right, so I know a lot of people are going to have this tough conversation over dinner tonight, including my family. We're going to write down our budgets. But, of course, you have these 7 blind spots you're going to help people correct. How can they get access to that information?
Well, they can give us a call. We're going to give that away to 10 people. Also have the new financial fill-up booklet right here, which is my life story. It's got pictures of me with some famous people and the history of me. I tie the financial world into my childhood stories a lot of times. So you get to see me at age 3 in here.
Oh, wow.
There's 22 pages right here. It's really good. And they interviewed me, then wrote my life story, and then put together a lot of pictures from like Charlie Daniels and Terrell Davis, the people you may have known in the sports world or entertainment industry. But let's do this. Let's make sure people get their own budgeting system put together. Let's make sure they get the 7 blind spot DVD and workbook box set. And for the next 10 people, we'll give it to them no cost or obligation. That's over $1,000 value.
That's amazing, Pete. Thank you so much for being here. I know I learn a lot from you every time you're here. Guys, if you would like Coach Pete and his team at Capital Financial to help look at your blind spots and help you prepare for a worry-free retirement, text CBS 17 to 21,000 or call 888-919-9001 to set up a free consultation.